Hey everybody, it's QuiteGoneJin here. I want to get into some mod talk about Fallout 4. We're going to discuss 5 mods that I think can greatly increase the quality of my game, that I really badly want, that are not available yet, and that are not overly complicated. So I'm hoping at least a few of these mods can be created before the Get comes out, because I have no idea when the Garden of Eden Creation Kit, don't ask me why that's the name for the game editing software that Bethesda is going to release. It has some history, I have not looked it up. So number 1, whistles and radios. I can't stand my companions sometimes. I don't like it when I make them stay somewhere and I go ahead and recon and then I have to go back to get them, because if I can't visually see them, I can't click on them and tell them to come here. So if I had a dog whistle for dog meat and I could, blow the whistle and he would just come to me, that would be amazing. Now the radio one is a bit more complicated, but I want it to be a bit more complicated. What I want is a CB, handheld, whatever radio. I mean, look at the technology you get to work with already in the game, especially with your science perk up all the way. Some of the stuff you get to make, like nuclear fission powered turrets, and yeah. So I want to be able to make a two-way radio that I can give to all my companions, and I want to call them. When I call them, make it immersive. You can add a staticky radio sound to the quality of their voice when they talk to you. You can even add over and out. No, well, maybe you couldn't. That's definitely something for the GEC if you want to add new voiceover stuff. Anyway, add the radio effect to it and then have it so that you can do all of the normal commands you would get from clicking on them, like come here, stay, attack, whatever. And then if you really want to, you could also add the communication through all the quest communication through them. So you could call a companion that you've given a radio, that you've built a radio for and given a radio to, if you have a quest to complete and you don't want to go all the way down there and talk to them. Make it less complicated. This is clearly a bit more difficult than say some of the other ones I'm going to discuss coming up. It'd be amazing to be able to command your companion in these regards without having to go back and physically see them. It's something I think we need. There is a mod out there that allows you to find out where your companion is. If you lose them, it turns them into a quest marker so you can hunt them down, but it's not a communication tool. It's more just like a where did I lose my toy tool. Number 2, defending settlements. You're sick of it, right? Please tell me you hate Garvey as much as I do. I hate him. I want to slap him every time he asks me to go do what he's going to ask me to go do. Look, you spend all this time scavenging in this game, and I personally don't build defense for my settlement. I built the minimum for my main settlement and then I left it. And the reason why is because all of the building in the settlement seemed cosmetic. I didn't really get to feel a benefit from doing this. And that's mainly because I still have to go back and defend it anyway every time Garvey comes crying to me. Fucker. So what if, you could even tie this in with the radio mod. I didn't even think of this before I filmed this, but what if the radio mod worked and you could also actually defend your settlements with the defense that you put there? Who would have thought? So if you get a call from Garvey saying that you need to defend Pine Bluffs or whatever it's called, and you've already spent a lot of time building walls and turrets there, they should get attacked. And if you, have some kind of prerequisite where they don't take, if a certain amount of damage is not taken or no one's life is lost, whatever prerequisite you want, if it's defended, you should get the experience for it. You should call Garvey and he should say, well, Pines Bluff was under attack, but you can have it written for now. It doesn't have to be voice acted because I know the limitations, but if this settlement was defended, the equipment that you used to upgrade the settlement did the job, you should get the experience for it. I think you know what I'm trying to say here. I'm not wording it eloquently. I'm not being a master wordsmith at the moment, but I don't feel like I need to be. I want to be able to defend my settlements with the creations put there. I shouldn't have to go do it in person every time, and I want the experience for it. This is simple. It should be in there. Later on, when the Get comes out, or later on when people have more time to do settlement mods, because maybe this one is another one for the Get only, you should actually have like a tower defense mini game in this game. Going around building all these defense structures anyway, you might as well have some kind of tower defense mini game in Fallout and some kind of benefit to it. Some territory control, some, maybe a legendary mod you can attach to one of your current items, or some kind of shipment of materials that are rare for you that you get to choose one between 1 and 5. I don't know, just some. But in the meantime, yes, I want to be able to defend my settlements without actually going there. Number 3, leap attack. Why? Melee is so simplified and just crappy in this game. And all of Bethesda games as it comes out, even Skyrim, which is a very melee-centric game, there were so many things that had to be added with mods. Well, it's that way again with Fallout, and I rant and rave about melee a lot, and there's a lot of things that need to be fixed, not just this. There's dodging, and then there's being able to attack in certain directions as opposed to just locked in an animation that moves you forward every time you click a button, and having one attack animation unless you're doing a power attack is just pretty pathetic for this day and age. But all that stuff aside, I would be happy with leap attack. I want to be able to leap and swing, leap and shoot. I actually don't even know if leap and shoot is in there. I don't typically play gun-centric. Let me know. I think it is. Maybe? I don't actually know. But if you can leap and attack, you should also be able to leap and VATS. Just because your feet are, and you don't even jump high in this game, just because you're 2 feet off the ground shouldn't stop you from swinging or using all of your abilities. So I want leap VATS, I want leap attacks. There's so many things that could open up, like one I'm going to discuss shortly for number 5. But so I'll leave that be. But I want leap attack. I want it now. Just give it to me. Just give it to me. I deserve it. Number 4, campfires. We're going to have it at some point in time. Someone's going to mod it, but I want it now. I want it right now. I want to be able to rest and not have to sleep on a rusted, blood-stained mattress with a dead body on it when I'm not at home. And that's pretty much what you're resigned to, is sleeping on mattresses you find at raider camps. So I do think that you should be attacked in your sleep. I think there should be a percentage of it, and it should be based on other things that you add to the campfire as opposed to just, like a thing to sleep on and a fire. Maybe lighting, maybe tripwires like those cans that they have, just turn them sideways. If you build them around your campfire, then if you do get attacked in your sleep, you get woken up to them right before they attack you, whereas if you don't build them, you get woken up to being hit in the head and you take damage and you get staggered and all that shit. I would love all of that. I'm not saying you get attacked every time in your sleep, it should be random, but I think it would be pretty freaking cool if you could rest anywhere you wanted, and if there was some kind of risk versus reward system in place. I'm sure you agree. It'd be fantastic. It would add immersion to the game, and it would just add another level of not having to go back home to do stuff. I know there's lots of quick travel in the game, but just going back and forth for reasons like defending and sleeping are just it's not fun. Number 5, I hinted at this earlier. Blitz needs an animation, and you need to be able to do it in the air. It's just so immersively broken when you start swinging, and because your character can't actually fit, it has the range, but it can't actually fit in front of the thing you're attacking, the person you're attacking. You stay where you are and you don't actually blitz, and you just swing and they get hit from far away, and you have to continue combating like that. It makes no sense visually. It's just, you can't even suspend your disbelief. It just looks fucking stupid. And Blitz is one of the coolest powers in the game, especially for someone who loves melee. Blitz should be a lot more polished. I don't care if it's a blur effect. I don't care if it is a sped up charge, running effect. There's got to be something. You can even just make it a puff of smoke and then a puff of smoke where you disappear and reappear, and that would appease the minds of a lot of us, and get rid of that stupid thing where you can attack from far away but you don't actually go to your target. Either you can or you can't. It should be one or the other. Someone should add in that if you can't blitz in front of them, you blitz behind them and you have the puff of smoke. That would probably work. Adding in, what, as I said earlier with number 3, leap attacks. If you could leap and do a blitz, that would make things a lot easier for melee builds. So you shouldn't have to have your feet on the ground for it. It's a kind of moving attack, so why not make it a leap moving attack? It'd help you close the distance a lot and stop you from using guns in a melee only build. And it would also be a lot more immersive instead of that weird janky swinging from 20 feet away and they're still somehow getting hit. I don't know, teleport in front or behind them, let you do it in the air. Just imagine you leaping off of a building and there is a super mutant on the way down and you blitz to them. You use your VATS and you blitz to them at the last second. A la this Dishonored's Blink. It would just, yeah, I want that. I want that in my life. I think it would be amazing. All right, that's going to be the discussion on the 5 mods I want. We mentioned whistles and dog radios. We mentioned defending with turrets. We mentioned leap attacks, campfires, and 2 fixes to blitz, which were the ability to do it while leaping, as well as an animation fix to it. And also the deletion of the blitz while not actually moving. I think if you could leap blitz and you could blitz behind someone when you can't blitz in front, that would counterbalance the fact that really in those places where the blitz animation is going off from miles away because you can't actually fit where you are, those you shouldn't even be able to do those. In my opinion, maybe there's a way to fix it so that you should, but in my opinion, those shouldn't even happen. Tell me what you think, guys. Are there some mod ideas that you think, simple mod ideas along the same theme of the ones that I've mentioned, small ones, not complete perk overhauls or system overhauls, that you would love to see ASAP? And let me know what you think of the ideas I have, if you can make them better. Have yourself a great day. As always, I love you guys, and thanks kindly. Bye-bye. Alright, thanks guys. On the left you'll find my crazy hairy Fallout build, and on the right some discussion about a very good perks and traits mod that could be improved.